Yeah. Peace to the gods. Peace, peace, peace. Yep, yep, yep. What's popping? What's popping? What you say? What is 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock there? Yeah. We right here. We right here. We ain't going anywhere. What he say? Hold on. What you say, bro? Islam, Islam, Islam. I'm just getting some stuff together. What's up, young world? And all my brothers and sisters, peace, peace, peace. And more peace. And more peace. Right, right. There we go. What he said? That's like renewable. I think that's like some of that renewable stuff. Yeah, that was renewable energy, I think. But we gonna see who gonna pop up on here. Like we just had a here at my house, man, with my parents, when I'm in town, we have beautiful intellectual conversations about change and about real work. So today gonna be just a whole conversation of how people feel about the dynamics of church and the history of it. And I mean, I tell everybody I'm not against nothing, but if we're gonna do things, it should be done the right way. You know, it should be done the proper way, and we shouldn't be afraid to teach it the right way. So yeah, man, I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes to see a couple of my people pop on real fast. Cause like I said, we got a little bit of time, and we'll see how it play out. We'll see how the people feel. But I'm telling y'all, man, there's a time and a place for every single thing. It's a time and a place. Peace, Noble Brian. Glad to hear you. Glad to see you, man. I know my brother been working, but it's always good to see my brothers. Tell them we live, Brian, in our spare time. I try to pop on here with my travels, even though I'm away, but I still try to pop on here because I know we all on different schedules, but our brothers should make time to hit a word. I'm telling you, you got to make time. But me and my dad was talking, me and my dad and my mom were just having a conversation, and I tell Moors, and I be trying to explain to a lot of men that may not have their mothers and fathers like I do, and the blessing that I have to have these conversations. Yeah, Malik, I hope you come on my YouTube page as well, Malik, because my Facebook page is gonna die. So I'll be wanting my nobles to come on the YouTube channel, even though I'm on Facebook, because I'm gonna end Facebook in a minute and strictly be on YouTube because I'm gonna need my phone. So if any of my muftis on YouTube, on Facebook, please go to YouTube if you can. You know, and if you can be on both, fine until I cut it off. But I'm having a conversation, and we need to be sharing this stuff with our friends and families. That's why I tell us, you can't be my Facebook friend. You can't be my friend in life if we can't have these conversations. Because what we're going to be talking about, sports and basketball all day. That's why I be telling a lot of people when they say, what are you talking about? Oh, you talking about sports and basketball all day. Nothing is important. Nothing important. So when we talk to our friends and things, we letting them dominate our conversations. We let people dominate our conversations, which we shouldn't. And so like me and my dad was talking about, and like I be sharing with my muftis. And this is my dad as an elder. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this. Because in history, where the average misnumbered black person, where do they be, Brian? Most of the average black people grew up in the church. The average black person grew up in the damn church. And if Moors get on here lying, talk about, oh, they ain't grew up in the church. Well, where you grew up at? If you wasn't no Muslim, you wasn't nothing else, because your parents wasn't going to the Moorish Science Temple of America. So you got to keep it 100 with me. What I don't like is men lying. What I don't like is all these men currently they got in Moorish science or think they studying something, and all of a sudden you dissing everything. I say you need to be taught the right way. I have a degree in Christian history and Christian leadership. I'll be saying the average brother grew up in a church. Your mama, your dad, your aunties, your uncles, everybody grew up in a church. Hell, it's probably more on here right now that be perpetrating. They go to church every week, and they wives go to church every week, and you give your kids money, and your mama and your whole family go to church. Everybody know it. What you say, Noble Brian? You said if not, your parents and grandma was in the church, so the church was in your home. You damn right, Brian. And anybody that's a gangster, anything, they be like, man, I grew up in the church. My daddy was the pastor. Most of them Negroes, I grew up in the church. My daddy was the pastor. My granddad, my mama was, my granddad was a preacher. My mom was a preacher. All of them. Them Negroes didn't grow up no Islamic. Most of the Negroes that you know that claim Islam don't even go to the goddamn mosque. They don't even go to the temple. Most of the Negroes that you know, Moors, don't even have a damn sheik in real life. They don't even study the Moorish Quran. Period. The most of these Negroes on the internet that's talking something about masonry or whatever, they ain't never stepped no fucking foot in a lodge. Half of them, they ain't stepped no foot in a lodge. I know this for a fact. Because the be one, you must know one. And them Negroes don't know no Masons. They don't know. Ain't nobody in none of these Negroes' family was no influential or no dignitary. My dad and mom was dignitaries in the city of Flint. My mom and dad was dignitaries. People be listening to these jacklegs, and if you getting all your information off the internet, you a fucking fool. Excuse my candor. That's why I be knowing where all these people get their information. The internet. I just use the internet as a scholar to reach people. You can't get no information off no Wikipedia. You were in the church. You were in the church. And just like most of these Moors this Sunday, they going to church with their wife. Or they sending their kids to church with some money. So if that's the case, what am I saying? The voice in the church is wrong. Nobody can deny what I'm saying. No one. Because I look at my mother and my father as the most brilliant people that I know besides myself in wisdom and understanding. And my parents and mothers have degrees in this and they righteous. So when I be telling people, I say, we just going to give everything up to no disrespect again to the people that's not correct in their mission and their spirituality and their sexual preference. We're going to give our understanding to a whole bunch of people that's beneath us. We ain't gonna give it to the scholars. We're gonna give it to these goofies in the church and let them say this is what church is about. Not the ones that's educated and anointed and consecrated that went to the university. We're gonna listen to a whole bunch of seminary Negroes that's trained like a dog. We're gonna listen to a whole bunch of Negroes that's like when you get a horse and you put a rope around their neck. See, I be telling y'all, I ain't afraid of the Gospels. I love the Gospels. I'm done with that, trying to not hurt nobody. Man, I'm an Asiatic man. Jesus Joshua look like you and me. Who the hell did they call Simon? Who wasn't that Jesus' brother? What did they call him? Nigger? They gonna say Niger, nigger. Well, if his brother was a nigger, what you think he was then? You see how easy I can destroy a person's whole bull crap? And if his brother Simon was from what? A Chaldean, from the Canaanite land, what the hell you think it make him? Y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing with me. And I gave y'all Daniel revelation. I told y'all, you don't want to have no biblical conversation with me. We got a lot of punk preachers. And I'm saying it. Punks, afraid. The Bible says, woe to you lying preachers. That's what the Bible says. Now you ain't a man. I'm a man. I'm gonna stand strong with the Gospels. I'm done with that punk shit. I'm done talking about you hurting somebody's feelings. I don't give a damn. I'm coming from the Gospels. I don't come from no hate or from no disrespect. I come from biblical truth. You can't prove nothing I'm saying wrong. Nobody. You can't prove nothing that I'm saying wrong. Not one thing. I don't care how you feel. When I tell you the New Testament is made up from the Pisso family and all them characters is fake as hell, I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care how you feel. You can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong. I got a degree in what I'm talking about. I argue with all the first century church father, Godfrey Higgins, tell you what the church people look like. And Flavius Josephus, all that shit, the Jewish wars is all made up. Now, you can be mad if you want to. It's all made up. Why? Because they don't want to give you the genealogy of Yahshua the Messiah. Not no Jesus, not no Greek mythology. I'm done with the Greek mythology because that's fake. That's fake. If we're dealing with genealogy, we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it. I'm tired of it. And y'all should be tired of it. I bet you won't. I bet you ain't no preacher going to have no debate with me. I bet you ain't no preacher going to sit down and go over scripture with scripture. I'm going to make you sit your stupid self down. The white man is not my enemy. The white man is my ally. I'm their daddy. Now, all white people is Masons. I'm their daddy. They'll tell you they're a son of a Malcolm, but a stupid nigga black Mason to call himself some widow's son. And most of these black preachers freaking Masons. Most of these black preachers is Masons. Point blank. It's a joke. And I'm standing up against it. And I'm taking our gospels back. I'm taking it back. It don't belong to you no more. It don't belong to these chumps no more. We taking our gospels back. I base my understanding on the Bible alone. I challenge any preacher. I challenge any preacher of church, any imam that come with that rhetoric. You're going to sit on your hands with Melchizedek. They come with the word of God. I don't care what you believe. I'm coming with the word. You talk about it's finished, it's fulfilled. We're not under the law no more. Well, that word fulfill is a Greek word, a smart guy called polero, meaning to magnify and bring back to his remembrance, because people was teaching false doctrine in the biblical times. So if you're not under God's law no more, then tell me what law you under, smart guy, retardo, fardo. Tell me. And if you're an Asiatic preacher and you ain't preaching the history of the Gospels, showing these kids who they are in history and the Bible, then what's the purpose? What's the purpose? I just told you, who was his brother? Simon. Who did they call Simon? Nigger or Niger? No, nigger. I told you, I can show you that the misnomer black man is the father of civilization, and I can prove it by the Bible alone. The Bible ain't racist. You are. Talk about some curse of Canaan, some curse of Ham. Ain't no curse of no Canaan. Ain't no curse of Ham. That's bullshit. Excuse my candor. And I say it just like that. I don't care if nobody don't like the way I speak. I don't care. You can't save all black people. Black people don't want to be saved. I got more Europeans that rock with me than black people. I say it every day, and I mean that shit. I mean it wholeheartedly. The white man is not my enemy, period. And the white man ain't no devil to me. That's a regular person. No white man got no power over me as no Saint Lucifer. You got to be the stupidest person in the world to think somebody the devil and they come from the same place your stupid ass came from, your mama in 9 months. Immaculate conception. And you're going to say the white man the devil like he got power as Saint Lucifer. And I'm made in the image of God. I can create. I ain't afraid of no stupid ass ghosts. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that on them knees. Get off your knees. Get off your knees, misnomer black man, scary Negro black preacher. Get off your knees. I bet you ain't gonna have no biblical conversation on who we are. The Bible tell you who we are. Jesus was a Moor. I be waiting for these clowns to come with that. I be waiting for anybody to come try to discredit what I'm saying. Any black preacher. I'll show you that they don't know shit. Excuse my candor, man. And this ain't no disrespect to nobody. I'm showing you that the misnomer black pastor is a disservice to the church today. Point blank, when you go through seminary, because all you teaching is slave gospel. I ain't no slave. I don't care how nobody feel. That's why the kids don't go to church. Because you got these misnomer black churches with a picture of a white Jesus in the church. In a goddamn neighborhood where the income is motherfucking less than 15,000, here it is, you got a big ass picture with a blue-eyed white Jesus with blonde hair. And trying to tell some people, well then why? Did that mean all the angels white? Everything you painted in the church white? That shit is nuts. What type of psychosis is that? That's insanity. And if we going by Daniel's prophecy, that picture of that pale Jesus that Michelangelo drew of Caesar Borgias clearly ain't it. I told y'all, people be lying because they don't want you to know the truth of the Bible. I'm a historian. I'm a biblical historian and a historian in history. I don't care what nobody say no more. I'm done, because damned if you do for stupid niggas and damned if you don't. I'm saying it like that. So I might as well stand on the true side. So help me God. And I'll let the chips fall, whatever the hell they may. But I bet you the white man ain't going to persecute me. It's going to be only niggas. That's all I get. I don't get no disrespect from Europeans. The Europeans call me Melchizedek, man. Call me Archon. Call me Sensei. Call me Royal Priest. But my black people want to be disrespectful because I'm checking your scary ass with the Gospels, with God's words. It's like a double-edged blade, my voice is. It's like the waters that run deep. Hell yeah. And I'm using all my vocabulary. You scared? Get off my page. I told y'all the day of the week, pastors, and us putting our head down, and like I'm walking just like my dad with my head high in the sky, with my shoulders back. You walking around like some chumps. And I agree with my dad. Negroes don't want to be educated. I agree with my dad. Negroes, some of the stupidest people. They don't want to be educated. So when I say school, yeah, but Negroes will run their ass to church. They'll run their ass to church and still don't know nothing. But that's black people. That's black people for you. They get mad how I'm talking. What you mad for? But when the white man tell you ain't nothing but a goddamn slave, and use Deuteronomy and use the certain gospels for the black slave, and use the book called the Negro of Beast, and tell your ass ain't nothing but a baptized slave, you okay with it. You okay with it. You okay when they come with some stupid ass roots and some stupid ass Willie Lynch. You okay with the slave stuff. You smiling. Ooh, that's deep how they did it. And I told you it's all freaking fake. You get mad, but then you get mad when I talk like that, but you can't prove me wrong. I ain't on no Islam side, and I ain't on no Christian dome side. I'm on the truth, so help me God. And if you say you a Muslim and a Christian and you got that book, let's sit down and have a conversation. I bet you're going to have to shut up. I bet you you're going to have to shut up. Because I ain't finna have no argument with nobody that don't know shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If you a Muslim or under that type of Islam, we can have a conversation. I'm gonna illuminate your whole life. I'm gonna show you where your science come from. Point blank. Because that's what a scholar does, no matter how nobody feel. I can't go back on it. I can't go back on what I know. I can't go back on what I know. It'll be blasphemy. It'll be blasphemy. I study from the university. I study from the university. All this stuff is in the libraries. All this stuff is in the library houses. This is what I'll be telling us. It's there. All the ancient books, I'll be talking about, the European talk about this. All the history books, all the law books, they study this shit in Harvard. Charles Wiseman, Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness, all that stuff, they study this stuff in Harvard. They study you to a T. Why you think all the books cost hundreds and thousands of dollars? I've been telling black folks this all day, and they don't listen. We don't listen for nothing. And I'm right here as your brother that been to the fire, got the same degrees as the other man got. My fraternal order is higher than theirs, and we still play stupid. And we still playing these games. You dealing with 99 degrees. So 99 is more than 33. That should be obvious to any smart guy. That's some snowman Mason that's on here playing. I told y'all, my dad will come in here and light your ass on fire. Point blank. And my dad, 79, he'll come in here and light your ass on fire with facts. I'm telling you. So I be knowing when I be dealing with older people. I sit and talk to my dad every day. I know these older men don't know shit. I know most of these Negroes study and learn everything on fucking TikTok. You ain't studying nothing. You ain't reading a goddamn thing. I know this for a fact. I know the average Negro learning on freaking TikTok. The average Negro attention span ain't nothing but 15 fucking minutes. So you know he ain't reading no book. You know he not reading no book. You TikToking all goddamn day and Instagram, scrolling like a mother sucker. And you know I'm telling the truth. Tell me I'm lying. You would take a college class with me and come with all that Wikipedia stupid stuff, and I'll fail you to the highest failure. And somebody want to have a discussion with me about biblical truth, and you can do my background and see who the hell I am. That's why doctors be so upset, and they be like, no, I'm doctor such and such. And you be seeing these fake people talk, oh, I'm doctor. You ain't no doctor. You ain't no doctor and no type of wisdom. Why? Because it take real work to become a professional in this. That's why they take it so dearly. You got to know how to apply this stuff. This is supreme mathematics. This ain't just read no book and then your life is in full of shambles and you chasing your tail all goddamn day. You don't have time for no study and for no wisdom. You don't have no Mamba mentality. How you gonna get on a all-star level and they got Mamba mentality and you do it on your free time? You would never be on that level. That's why most Negroes think everything about a real God, man, that's connected to the ethers. And when we make things move in real life, and I say, hey, things is given when you in the right way, because you create, they don't understand it. Because we train as regular working bees. Go to work, get a job, retire when your ass damn near 80 and be in debt. You don't use your money to do a goddamn thing. We have no businesses. We have nothing. And everybody make excuses. Well, you know, the reason why this, I ain't asking the reason why everybody. I'm talking about us. Because he who works all day has no time to make money. Who you talking about? Y'all Negroes don't have no think tanks. We ain't rich. Don't y'all know we can put money together and have something? I break it down. And we under the religious laws and we still ain't smart enough to really come together yet. We still stupid. We still stuck on stupid. I'm telling you, I'm watching misnomer Mexicans and people come together, moving around each other, buying houses. They stand in them, putting a couple $100 together. Boom, go to the next one, go to the next one. And we keep talking about we so smart. We create the universities and we this smart. We ain't that damn smart. We're a Negro go to work and bust his ass every day just to pay bills and don't do nothing else with his time and his energy. Nothing. Nothing. This is what I'll be telling people. Who you talking to? It's 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. Out of the week, who you talking to? What you talking about building? Are you meditating? Are you using real auto-suggestion, or are you just going through the motions every day? Because my life is real. My life is real. I do this every single day. No days off. When I'm with more, they can't even go to work and be happy. Man, and my boss telling me what to do. Shut your stupid butt up. Your job is you traded hours for dollars. It's a job. That's all it is. You don't got to be important at work. You're important in real life. You should be building. You traded hours for dollars. Go to work as a pleasant person. Do your job, get your money, and get your stupid self out of there. Negroes be going to work. I'm trying to teach people about this. You can't teach nobody at work. Don't nobody believe that shit you saying at work. They looking at you. They know you ain't about what you saying. They know it. Your family know you ain't about what you saying. They know it. Why? Because where your parents be? My parents right here. My parents, my biggest supporters. I'm my parents' sheep. Real talk. I'm my parents, my parents, my best friend. I'm 40, I'm getting ready to be 48. That's why when people be asking me what is it going to take for black people, I don't know. I don't know what it takes. Like, because I don't know what success is to most people. But for me, success ain't what it is to the average person. Why? Because money's not success. I can play the number and hit rich today. Is that success? No, that's just luck. I played the number. That ain't success. Success is me doing God's work. That's success. That's success. A couple dollars is a couple dollars. I know crazy niggas with money. Is that success? Not to me. They just have enough balls to get out on the block and get that bag. Is it success? Maybe to them. I know some people got a job and that's what it's success to them. So success is measured on different layers. But when it comes to that money need to be used to spread God's word. And if we all got a job, we can use our money that we giving Uncle Sam and divert it to our religious organization. And I give everybody a tax receipt. If not, we wasting our time. And that's why I be telling people I'm getting ready to be gone in a minute because I'm going back into the halls. I keep telling people I'm going back into the halls where my word is valid and where it ain't nothing for me to get compensated of my word and my time and my education and my wisdom and all the books that I've written and the scholarship that I bring and the mentoring and the lives I change. That's why, because I've seen it make a difference to those people. I see it make a difference in the halls of the churches, and all the churches ain't bad. When I'm in them, I'm the change unit. Somebody got to be the change unit. Because dealing with Moors, we dealing with a whole bunch of broke people that just get on the internet running their mouth. And I'm way past that. I'm just thankful to get on here to have my muftis. I'm way past that. I'm way past that. I do this in real life. I've been doing this stuff in real life before I even jumped on the internet. That's why I'm saying they need to be real to people that's connected to me. I see people just having fun. We ain't even spreading the message. We just having fun. And then when I don't have time no more, and when I'm dealing with my European colleagues, and they say, well, we want you to come into the church and preach. Well, why ain't teaching in the black churches, in the misnomer black churches? Why my friends and family? Why I ain't preaching in their churches, illuminating the history? Why? I got a degree in this, and I'm illuminated and consecrated. And you be talking about the white man is so heavy, but I'm their teacher. That's why, and this is what I'll be saying. Why I can't be accepted to my brothers and sisters, and I'm educated and anointed, and I'm illuminating the scriptures, showing who you are in history and religion. I should be accepted in all the misnomer black churches, in all the so-called societies and all that. I should be accepted in there because I'm a high priest. That's why. That's why I should be accepted where all my people that look like me at. That's why. If not, you part of the problem. I'm telling y'all. I be telling y'all true stories. My professor was like, if you was a European man, you would have a big cathedral. Why? Because this is what we do. We look for people like you. We look for people like you. This is what my professor was saying. That's a potentate in Arizona, or Archon, whatever you want to call him, Master Mason, whatever. I be teaching him, was my professor. I'm telling you, to be one, you must know one. When I was in academia, they were trying to get me to be Boulay. They were trying to get me to be Prince Hall, all that. My professor, a European Jew, saw all that. He was like, I know who you are. Ask my dad. You drive that Camaro with the rims on it. Your plate number is this, that, and the other. This is what I be saying. I'm telling you, I was a minister at St. Paul Baptist Church and Mount Olive Baptist Church in Flint, Michigan. I spoke the truth. Every time I ain't care what was going on and what the pastor was saying or the other people, whatever. When I talk, when I lecture, I spoke the truth. Y'all can pull up my old sermons. I got old sermons on CDs. You can pull up what I'm saying. Man, watch this. I'm finna show y'all something. Back in the day. Genocide by Willie D featuring Corey Goodman. Watch it. Let me see what it played. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. I got CDs. I used to print all my CDs to music. And let it, and everybody used to bump my music. You know, my gospel. I used to be to the clubs talking to my brothers. You know what I mean? Let me see. Watch this. Let me see. Let me see something, y'all. I just want to show y'all something. Why I can't find it? Let me see. Watch this. Hold on. Lil Spade, aka Willie D. Okay, here you go. Watch this, y'all. Where'd it go? Let me see if I can find something. Okay. Let me see, can I find something? Hold on. Damn, I don't know where it's at. Anyway, years ago, my homie Lil Spade, he had an album and he used one of my sermons, Genocide, you know? And this was years ago. Let me see. Hold on. This is what I be saying about Moors, man. Moors is just poor science. Moors don't support nothing. And that's why I be telling Moors, I'm almost done. Moors don't support nothing. Moors says, come on here, they don't support no ministry. But then they'll go to church and they children go to church. They say they don't like it, but they support. Moors come learn everything, no support. So nobody can say, I'm doing this for no money. How? This ain't no money in this. Now, if I was on here talking to damn fool, a whole bunch of stuff, then of course. I told you, I had a PR lady, the same PR lady that one of the brothers that's big on the internet is. She was like, oh, she looked at my page. She was like, oh, all you got to do is do this. I guarantee you will go viral. She's like, I guarantee you can do this. She's like, but you're going to have to switch the game. You're going to have to create this type of character. And she's like, you can wear all that, but you can be this type of character. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't give a damn what nobody say. The same way I could have just sold a whole bunch of people some stupid ass ID cards and made 500,000 real fast. When the COVID came out in early 2000, when all y'all started looking at this more stuff, I had so many emails, 500 a whop. I said, man, I'm not doing that to nobody. I did the numbers, asked my wife. I said, I could have made $500,000 in a couple months, making people stupid ass, fake ass IDs, like it meant something. Look at this old. Look what that say. Look what that say. It say genocide featuring Corey Goodman. This was my boy here, a rapper. This was like maybe probably early 2000. This is probably early 2000. Now listen to this. And when I get back to AZ, I'm gonna show y'all my CD. And I had a homeboy that used to do beats. So all my sermons, he used to just put dope beats behind all my sermons. And I used to just tell the truth. And all my homies, street homies, everything, they were like, bro, they was like, yeah, I've been on the battlefield for a long time. So when people be dissing church and stuff like that, I said, hey, we can diss some, but you can't diss all. Like Pastor Darby, research him. Peace be among Pastor Darby. He passed. Research Pastor Darby on YouTube and then tell me what he was saying. He, a preacher, had his own church. I'm telling you, and tell me what he was saying. That's what I be telling them. Moors don't support nothing. All they do is jump around. They want to be fed by people. Here it is. It's brothers that ain't even part of our organization, and my muftis done fed their asses and gave them money. I know this for a fact. So can't nobody say we ain't real. We done fed people, closed people. I done warned people not to do something, and they did it anyway and got their ass locked straight up, men and women. Men and women. That's why I be telling people I ain't holding no punches no more. What people here for? What you here for? If you say I'm a Moor and all that, and do you go to a temple in your city? Nope. Well, I'm a sheep. I don't need nobody that's hanging on like loose teeth no more. If we ain't gonna support what we doing and support our ministry physically with a couple dollars, I give you a taxes and receipt to help us build. What's the purpose? Because this ain't no nigga-tainment for me. I'll be asking more, if you came to my temple, would you donate? Yes. Okay, well, when you come to class Saturday and Sunday, why don't you donate nothing? People have been following me for years, won't even give $5 freaking stanky dollars. Why? Oh man, the gospel should be free. Nothing free. If we trying to build something, watch this. Y'all see that? This is my boy Willie D. I grew up with him. I went to elementary with him. Watch this. Listen to it. This is me on the intro. Let's see.
The saving grace of the Holy Spirit. That will be the topic of today's message. We are living in trying times. The world is in a state of turmoil. There is every type of conflict between nations, religions, sisters, brothers, political, religious, and industrial leaders have brought shame to our economy. Our education system has failed. Many people have become depressed, disillusioned, trying to find comfort in destructive behaviors like alcohol or drugs. This is nothing new in our times. This has happened all throughout history. People are comparing our economy today to the Great Depression. But deliverance from the gloom and the doom, the world has been provided for all of us, the saving grace of the Holy Spirit. Grace is a blessing, a gift freely given that includes, first of all, love, forgiveness, and most of all, charity.
How many murders was it today? Let's take go. Let's take go. It's getting to the point where I don't even shake my head no more. It's getting to the point where I'm feeling kind of out of my body myself. Knowing that the nigga on his last toast, but I'm looking like he don't need no help. Fuck. That's the word for today, children. What? Might as well tell them that, because that's the way that we out here living. I done seen a bitch take a piss wide open, couldn't overlook it. The devil was laughing. I looked to my left and the baby was looking. Dang, Daddy. We must be living in the last days. Better read Revelations premeditated on every page. I still get a call from Corito. What up, sir? Not to get a little bit of this or a little bit of that. I'll ask for the 12 You put me in a position to rock when your people was well missing. You said that let's get your attention. Relax. Position. One nigga teach two niggas. Two niggas teach 3, 4 niggas. 4 niggas. 2 niggas teach more niggas. Let's grow niggas, or it's gonna be genocide in the philosophy. And I'm living here. So that's my sermon.
Yeah, I just wanted to. That was old. That was early 2000. It's 2025. It's 2025. I got so many CDs, so many sermons, and I used to go all over, and I'm like, this might be my first or my last time preaching. I used to be like, I'm gonna teach the truth, regardless if it fill up a room or clear it out. I set the precedent like that. So all gospel is not wrong. I got data, I got history, I got videos of me in the churches going off going off. My parents right here is witnesses. So when people be talking that stuff, I said, yeah, I can say that. That's why I know. I'm one of them ones, man. And Reverend Darby was one of them ones too. I give credit where credit was due. Currently, Reverend Darby was one of them ones. I'm one of them ones. That's what I be telling people. We can have something. What's the purpose? I be asking everybody, we using this. I ain't know none of my brothers on here until I got here. My brother Malik, Barclay, Maso, Brian, Alonzo, Dantes, Dreshawn, who I forgot, Moso, all my brothers, even the ones that ain't here. Who else was with us for a long time? I forget our brother. I don't forget his name, man. It's our noble Solomon, but with us for years. My brother Alonzo. These brothers been with me for years. That's how I know I got some good. I ain't know these brothers from a can of paint. We family, we brothers. When I say brothers, we brothers. I love them. I know they family. They're my brothers. Do you hear me? My brothers, they love me like I love them. They fly if I say, bro, I need to. They say they need me. Anything. That's how we are. We family. We La Familia. We La Familia. This real brotherhood. This ain't no fake brotherhood. When people be coming to me, man, I want to join the lodge. I'll be like, man, what like this? I hope you talk about the BBT, because I'm 99 degrees. Unless you just want to join something locally, because there's brothers there. But once you join something like this, we international. We international. That's why I be saying, challenge the wisdom. If your daddy a Mason, tell him to come on here. If your uncle a Mason, tell him to come on here. If you a Mason, come on here. Let's sit down, let's have a conversation. Let's see what the world about. From love. I bet you everything, if you say who you are, I bet you're going to agree with everything I'm saying. Because everything I'm saying is laid on your Masonic table. This is what I'm saying. That's why I be asking brothers, lay it out. Like, what do brothers have? Brothers that's not my brothers from my brotherhood, that's on here, that just be on here. And I know that people be following a whole bunch of other stuff. Because what do y'all be following when you ain't on here? People be on other stuff. So what questions do we have? Because where we be getting all that stuff from? You know? That's what I'll be wanting to know. Because we be getting so miscombobulated with just because people on the internet and stuff sound good. And I'm like, dude, that ain't truth. That ain't truth. People are afraid of signs and symbols. You see the Baphomet, you think it's something so evil. Why? Because people are not initiated. They don't know. They don't know that's Kabbalistically spelling. They don't know that Temp Hope as Abba. They don't know. They're not real elites. So everything is spookism. What? Eurocentric propaganda and Negrocentric propaganda. That's what I'm telling you. Because most people are not initiated. That's why. And if you're not initiated, what? It's easy to throw what? Spookism at a Negro. It's easy to give the credit to Alex Crowley or Adam Blavatsky or Pascal Beverly Randolph and try to say Noble Drew Ali, learn from them. The same thing they tried to say with Noble Drew Ali, plagiarized from Alicia Levi, Aquarian Gospels. I tell you, you a lie, there ain't no truth in you. That's all cap. Because Alicia Levi wasn't nothing but a damn transcriber. See, these is facts. But what do we do as people? We always belittle our own people. That's our problem. And we give our credit to others. What others? Europeans. No disrespect. But these Europeans grew up in a cave. No disrespect. No disrespect. They don't grow up in a cave, say they Albion and Trailer Dyke, but your history, you don't have no history of not being civil. Not knowing about smelling good. Not knowing about bathing. You have no history of that. You have no history of that. This is what I'm saying. And so we're going to give all our world history and our biblical history to somebody else and then just make the excuse to say, well, it's all fake. The reason what I'm saying is fake, the perspective that Jesus, that word Jesus, that's fake. I'm not saying Yahshua the Messiah. Because I'm saying you historically, that blue eye stuff is fake. It's a replacement. In Maccabees, it said that's the whitewashing of the history books. I'm sorry. Damn it. If Jesus' brother Simon was called nigger and he was a Chaldean, well, what do you think he was? He can't be nothing different. I mean, who your mother is. What was his mama? We got to stop the cap. It's right in our face. So we're not saying nothing wrong. We giving biblical history. That's all I'm doing. What? The Bible is your story. When you give it away, then yeah, it's fake. When they put a false image in your face, a Caesar Borgia, yeah, it's fake. We know that because that's the false image of the Messiah. Yeah, we know that. So we got to give all that Caesar Borgia, we got to give all that Greek stuff, all that Korean Greek back. That Jesus, we got to give that back. Yes, we do. Yes, we got to give that whole concept back. Yes, you've been taught wrong. Yes, you've been taught wrong. You've been taught from the Piso family. Yes, you've been told the story all wrong. The whole story was rewritten. That's why our prophet Noah Drali, and I tell y'all, it's truth and falsehood strangely mixed. It can't be all falsehood. Why? Because then you won't be able to relate to it. You got to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's why everything is good for edification. That's why everything, you got to read it and dissect it and say, okay, we can deal with this. We take this out. As a philosopher or a scientist, you have to do all the work. You have to have the lexicons. You have to have the language. Why? Because just like I tell you in Matthew, when they say it's finished, it's fulfilled, we're not under the law. Well, that word fulfill is a Greek word called peliro, meaning to magnify and bring back to your remembrance, because individuals was teaching and promulgating false doctrine. You had to be checked by what? The damn fact checkers. You ain't just finna be walking around promulgating this because you got on the black fez like me. And you got on garments like me. So what? You can be just a charlatan. You could have just bought that shit. Excuse my candor. That don't mean nothing. We need people, well, I'm a scholar. Are you a scholar or what? Now, if you homeschool, you can just say, man, I'm homeschooled. You ain't scholar. You ain't go to no academia. That's fine and dandy if you didn't. But a scholar of what? Because when you look up scholar, it's a certain discipline. And when I'm dealing with peer-reviewed scholarly research and you say you a scholar and you disagree and you argue with me, clearly everybody will know off the top that individual that's having a disagreement with Sheik clearly can't be a scholar. Why? Because he done laid it out to the table and gave it, and you looking at it and you looking at this individual like, I don't even know why Sheik doing this. That's why Sheik don't do it. That's why you'll never see me doing that. I told y'all, all I debate is my equals. Everyone else I teach. I'm telling you. That's why I'm not known too much. I went to academia. I was in real church houses in the city of Flint. I was the real IDM. I studied a lot. I traveled a lot. So I have firsthand experience. The stuff people be talking about, they just be hearing, I heard it, or it's conscious community where people first got into this, they was on Sonetta, the TV. That's where most Negroes got this. They won't admit it, but I don't care. I know that's where most Negroes got their stuff from and got it off the Conscious channel. Because you ain't got nothing from nobody from no Moorish Science Temple of America or that's educated that'll tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. We got it all from people from their religious perspective. Either they were Egyptologists or they were Moors or they were pro-black or they were against this or they were the Polites going this and then switch to money because Polite was under Dr. York and all this stuff. See, I know because I'm older than them. That's why I know. This is why I be laughing people. I'll be like, man, don't you know I'm getting ready to be 48? Don't you know I did a whole bunch in my life that a lot of people, when they be like, yeah, that was him. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I know this. My dad is from New York. I'm from Florida. I'm telling people, I'm from Flint. I know what it is. Can't nobody sit up here and tell me I'm lying. When most people start knowing about more stuff, they ain't met no real Sheik or nothing. You got that stuff straight off the internet. Tell me I'm lying. And that's where you got it from. Who are you getting listening from? Let's be honest. Taj Tariq Bey, or you listen to some other Moors, or who maybe Sabir Bey and them. People don't want to be honest, but I know. That's why I'm gonna say I ain't holding no more punches. That's where most people get stuff from. Now, are you confused or whatever? But I see how the majority, 99% of Moors, is confused. I know that for a fact. I know a lot of these Moors done so much stuff, and now they so mad they refurbish, and a lot of stuff they did, they don't understand. Well, a lot of people know is Sheik got all video. When people be acting like they don't know who each other is and all that, and I'll be like, yes, y'all do. Y'all did videos together, and then they be looking stupid because they'd make videos and say, no, I don't know the Moors from what's the Moors in Canada. They're the individuals say, I don't know them, but then I see a video with you and the Moors from Canada and with Deion Sanders' ex-wife when she was trying to get some money from him with that Moor shit. And then when I bring it all out, they be quiet in the church mouth. Boy, you know what I be telling people? They better stop. I know where people got this stuff from. I know where people almost lost their houses from. I know where people got all them stacks of paper talking about I'm a Moor and you don't got no license and squatting in houses. I can name so many people. That lady used to be on the internet talking about she is Sharifian officer and this is her land. Where they at now? A lot of them people in a crazy house. I'm telling you, where all these people at now? Where all these people at now? Talk about I'm a Sharifian officer and they squatting in houses. And I tell y'all, in the state of Florida, squatters have no rights. Where are all these people at now? Where they at? And then as soon as they get in trouble, they ask you for donations. But then they telling you money is fiat. I know where people got that stuff from. Then y'all got that stuff from that publication place. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's the publication? Watch somebody know what I'm talking about. It was called what publications? Watch somebody type it right on there. Why? And then people think, I learned a lot from that. Okay, but if you got some stupid stuff there from there that get you in trouble, I don't care if it's a 1% and 99% was good, then that 1% can get your ass in trouble. You got to throw away the 99 because you used the 1% to get in trouble because that's what you was looking for. That's what most Moors that come across me, they be looking for, that 1% of that criminal stuff. And I be busting your head when you a criminal. I be smelling criminals like they are drunk. I smell it. Because like the brother was on my page the other day, and I love brothers. And he was like, yeah, because I was trying to get that book, the book of the state booklet, because I was trying to do what he was saying, part and parcel or something, and I tried. And I said, what did you try? Ain't say nothing. It ain't no different. I said, what did you try? I said, what did you try? And I said, clearly Negroes don't be listening. That's why I be saying it got to be something mental that's wrong with us. I'm breaking it down, telling you what it is. I am the book. And so I broke it down so easy a child can understand. And then you make a statement on here saying that, yeah, man, I want to get that book you hold up, the state booklet, because to see what part and parcel is because I tried. And I said, you tried to do what? What have you tried to do? Nobody will say nothing. Crickets. Nobody will say nothing. And then I say Roger Elvick, and nobody will look it up. And I said, you're going to do some Roger Elvick militia stuff and go to prison and lose your job and get looked at as a domestic terrorist, or you want to expatriate from the de facto government with your retarded self. Because what you're telling me you tried, what did you try to do? And all I hear is crickets. And that's why I be saying I can't deal with a lot of people, because a lot of people don't know how to read, because all you're going to do is get the state booklet and get a reality check. And I broke the state booklet down. That's why I be like, do brothers be paying attention? Because it ain't nothing you can get from me or I'm going to give you that's going to help you with your criminal stuff. Anything you're going to get from me is going to show you that you're a criminal. And you better stop that shit that you're doing right now, or you're going straight to jail and don't pass go and don't collect $200. That's what I'm telling you. And if anybody disagree with what I'm saying, let's put it on the table. Let's put it on the table and tell me where you're getting it from and tell me what you think and show me the president-in-law. Show me that you won anything you doing. Show me that you won. Show me that anybody won anything that's valid. I ain't talking about driving without no license. I ain't talking about squatting no houses. Show me anything you went to court for any validity, like getting some money that you be thinking, and show me you got some bread. Show me anybody that say your social security number is attached to some stupid millions of dollars. Show me anybody that did that process and got the bag. If you can't show me nobody, you need to shut the hell up. Don't be telling me, well, such and such did this, such and such ain't did nothing. Show me that they got some millions, because if your social security number have millions, theirs should have it already. This is too easy. People is retarded. And we just be talking about a whole bunch of stuff that's meaningless. You see? But people won't say. And that's the problem with, where I say us as a people. Until we start cleaning this house up, until brothers to be honest and be like, man, that brother just is helping and he love us. Why? Because if I didn't, I'd be just telling you any old thing like the rest of these jacklegs is. That's why. That's what I'm telling you, because they know they lying to you. They just can't believe that you that gullible, that you will fall for the crap. That's what people would be like, damn, they that stupid, they gonna fall for this? You think I can make you some ID and it means something, like it's gonna make you some Moroccan, or this is, I don't know what you think. People really think that people really think somebody you met on the internet can make you some paper and it's gonna be some new birth certificate and all this shit and all that, none other. Like, really? Somebody that you met on the internet, really? Really sad. Sad that you don't have no information about nothing. Everything is just taught. All my movies got the information and everything. So when they be hearing people be throwing them stupid codes out, like, yo, the 1010-5905, they'll laugh. They'll be like, man, religious, they'll be like, that ain't nothing. When you be hearing talk about something, the A222 number, my movies be like, and all they got to do is listen to the rhetoric. Because they already know. Why? Because the map and the guy already done been through the fire. And he ain't going to take nobody through no fire. That's why. I'm going to tell you what it is off the top. And so nobody can't say Sheik didn't tell him that. And nobody that know me, that know you dealing with me, they know. All the powers that be. They know that what I promulgate. They know. Because they watching me just like everybody else. I tell everybody this. I know this. They be on here just like me. They got a thing called the Internet Task Force. I know this for a fact. That's why I speak freely. When I be in Arizona, I know cops and everything. They be like, peace, Sheik. They be like, keep saying what you're saying. I'll be going to the prisons. That's why I'll be laughing. More science is accepted in all the prisons. If you right, they'll let you come into prisons and teach the science. They'll let the prisoners pull me up. That's how prisoners meet me from behind the wall. Prisoners be coming out with like, man, they be watching you in the joint, messing people up. Them Negroes be thinking they be in the law library, like they be coming with some stuff, and then you would just break it down verbatim and boom, 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 and they'll look it up. They'll be like, man, damn. I'm telling you, I know about all precedent law cases, doc number, Free Information Act, habeas corpus, Chicago Review, quid pro quo, all that stuff. Why? Because I be into that. That's part of my craft. I love it. That's why when people don't be honest with me, I can't help you. I can't help you. Ask my Mufti Brian. 2 situations came, didn't I dissect it when an incident happened with, that one thing, what did I tell you? Boom, 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 broke it down. Wasn't not 100% valid? Because I don't be biased. Why? I have to do it. The stuff don't be nothing but case studies. We talking about probability. We talking about facts. Just like I give an analogy. I know a brother got in some trouble. His mama like, well, do you know Sheik? And they tried to call me. And so I said, did you say anything? And she was like, well, I don't know. They said he said something. I was like, well, he told on himself. She was like, what you mean? I said, he says anything. I said, well, he incriminated himself. She like, you think so? I said, I know so. Because nothing you can say to the police is going to help you with your case. That's why they say you got a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So if you know this, that something gonna be used that can and will, when they say will be used against you in a court of law, so your word to be used against you, you clearly don't need to say nothing. Because you got the right. You plead the amendments. You should know it right off the top. I teach it. It ain't nothing you can tell the police that's gonna help yourself. So if you don't know these things, that's what I be telling my brothers and sisters. We have to be real with what's going on. And that's all I'm saying. None of my brothers never get in trouble for who we are. We don't drive around without no license. We don't drive around without no insurance. We don't squat in houses. We don't do none of that. That's not more science. That's militia stuff. That's that European Negro and that Negro militia stuff. That's that sovereign citizen stuff. That's that Roger Elvick stuff. Research what I'm telling y'all. Everybody that do this stuff, they get in trouble. Everyone. I be trying to warn brothers, they don't get it. I'll be like, man, we're going to expatriate from this de facto government. I say, y'all getting ready to go to jail. Like, ain't nothing else happened. They go to jail. Then you be a domestic terrorist. What's that, Sheik? A domestic terrorist, foreign and abroad. You be a domestic terrorist. You stateless. They gonna come get you. You be talking about the FEMA camps, all this. You the prime candidate. These goofy Negroes. That's why I talk like this. Because I be asking more, where do they get this stuff from, Malik? And nobody will say nothing. And I said, so we just gonna repeat brothers going down the drain. Because what else can I talk about? If brothers don't come to Sunday school and adapt class, what's the purpose? So I just get on my personal page and kick the Willy Bobos with the people and check everybody's temperature. and see what people know. That's what my page for. That's all I'm here for. Is I want brothers and sisters to come and subscribe to our Temple and School YouTube page. Yeah, they clearly, Malik, because they don't be saying nothing. That's why I be wanting all y'all to come on my YouTube page and see what people be saying, and then y'all can be asking them how long they've been following me, and they'll be like years, and they'll be like, so you ain't listen to nothing she saying? When they be asking me these outlandish questions, like, yeah, I need that state booklet book for because to see how we part and parcel because I've been trying, and you would be like, well, trying to do what? You'll be like, okay, well, trying to do what? And then all you'll get is crickets. Nobody will say nothing. They'll be sitting there like a bump on a log. That's why I say you can't get nothing. I'm not teaching nothing over here. I'm just having conversations. I want to see what people know. Teach me something. Teach me something. That's what I'll be telling people. I want to learn. Everybody with all these L's and Bays behind their name, and Grand Sheik and Grand Poobah and the Grand Mighty Dragon Ball Z, the Great Gazoo, all these titles people be having behind their name. Teach me something. Hell, I'll give some donations to somebody else. Hell, and bring it to the cipher. We can help each other. Everybody be having these titles. I say, so, and I'll be like, so where you get your, when did you know about this? Did you anoint it to yourself? You know, or do you learn with somebody? Do you have class? Real man, I found you. Okay, but I'm a teacher. I do this freely. So if students, if people say they Moors, and one part of our being more is the ish we study and having a sheet and a map and a guide, what's the purpose? What all these people got Bays and L's behind their name and Ali's, and they on my page, and my muftis don't know y'all. And it be the same people. That's why I'll be saying, like, if we seen each other in life, most of the people will walk right past you, because I've seen it. That's why I had to cut a lot of people loose. I used to be in Vegas a lot. Negro walk right past me. 3 of them fools. Then I see on social media, I get a text. Pete Sheik, did we just see you in Vegas? I said, yeah, fool. You just walked past me. That's why I be saying, we be on some dumb stuff. And I ain't saying all of us. I'm just keeping it real, man. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? I just like you say, yeah, this is like, yeah, you study martial arts. How? And I got a dojo. Oh, well, I don't follow nobody. You ain't following me. But you say you want to learn Wing Chun. You just want to look in the damn window. And I got master students that's better than your damn teacher, or better than some master teacher. All my nobles and my muftis, they better than any guru that you'll run across. And I know that for a fact. And you don't want to be a part of this. We want to peep through the window all the time, or we want to be lotterers. We want to be spectators forever. We don't want to support nothing. That's why one of my brothers, he said, Sheik, Negroes be learning after. He's like, Negroes be trying to come on your page to get wisdom. I was like, why? Because he said, I checked a Negro one day, and he had to tell the truth and said where he got it from. And he said, because I know you ain't get it from nowhere else but Sheik Goodman Bay. He said, I know you ain't get it from nowhere else. And that's how I be knowing. That's how I be knowing. That's why I said, I be wanting y'all to, all my muftis, to come on the page and write people's names down and ask them, what's up? Y'all Moors, where we at? Are we going to be under the ground, or are we going to build something? Because the internet, we try to, this almost like throwing our net out. And so we telling us we're going to throw our net out and we ain't going to be able to bring nothing in. So nothing is pleasing to the eye. Nothing is catching nobody. So we keep casting out people coming back and just here and they support nothing. But then brothers be like, yeah, I'll donate to the temple. But this is the temple. How do lodges have lodges? I teach history. I teach what we can do with our money that we're working with. I teach. It's falling on deaf ears to us. We steady not getting it. We complain about all the other churches, they mega churches. Yeah, because the people donating. They ain't robbing nobody. We can do the same thing. And nobody's life will change. Nobody pockets will change. It won't hurt nobody. You can still do the same thing that you're doing right today. Nobody will miss a beat. Nobody on here follow me that say they Moors and they love what's going on. Nothing. Your life won't change for the worse. It will change for the best. Any questions? Any questions? I hope people subscribe to our Temple and School YouTube page. I hope y'all share this with people. Because if not, what's the purpose? If not, I ask people, what's the purpose? Because I know most people have never been to no More Science Temple of America. I know that for a fact. That's why it just bewilders me when the first thing more you're gonna on the page say, yeah, all the temples infiltrated. I say all the temples, huh? Well, where you live at? Or they'll say here. I said, ain't even no temple in your state. So what temple you been to? Well, I ain't been in no temple. I just heard people on the internet talking. I know you have. Because I know you ain't been in no temples. And you damn sure ain't been in no Masonic lodge. I know this for a fact. I know it'd be all cap. I know this for a fact. Because if you did, when you see the structure of certain things, you will say, well, even though X, Y, and Z, I can see this structure and this brotherhood and this power from this type of structure to do a great service if it's done the right way. How? The way the BBT doing it. That's how. That's how I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Everybody know this. You got to. That's why I'm saying why brothers don't, man, just like Snoop said at the awards. We know where we at. Brothers should love this. Brothers should love the BBT. We should love each other. Brothers should love me. I love y'all. I done too much for us. And I done lost so much. Like I tell people, I done lost my brother was murdered. Cousin was murdered. I know what it's like in this world. And I ain't bringing nothing that's going to hurt us. I ain't bringing no technology, no selling no fake ID, no none of that. No magical goddamn pony card. I ain't got no magical this to make you this. All I have is the wisdom, understanding, and business savvy. And what we can do with our dollars as a community of people that we already given to Uncle Sam, and we can control what? Our destiny. That's what. Because we have enough people in position that can teach not only us that those want to learn, but also our babies and show them who we are. These babies need structure. I'm trying to tell you, and they need to see us. That's what it's about. And we need to put some money where our mouth is, because we have it. We need to put some money where our mouth is. I do some real numbers. 300 people giving $100 a month, $360,000 a year. That's a small number. That's a small number. That's a start. That's a power move. That's a power move where the majority of us at. St. Louis, Sacramento, we can say, okay, Sheik, we don't raise this year. We're gonna continue to raise that each year to no matter what, we're gonna have that. But we're gonna push the campaign to get our family and our mothers, everybody that's working and support, and give them a tax exempt receipt. And we're gonna try to push it even further to do even this more magnanimous. We can. That's the power we have when we confident of what we're doing, and we can speak it and understand it. Why? Because we part of it. And I don't have a sham. I have a blueprint. I've been part of things. This is how it's ran. This is how it's ran. And when you understand the power of your religious right, it's over, baby. And most of us don't know it. Why? Because you still claim this black stuff. I'm telling you. I've been in the fire. I've been in the fire on both sides. I should be a spokesman for us. I've been in the fire. In that religious house and academia and in this science and in the real world. That's why it's credible. That's why I can go any place with my table and my chair, and I don't have to conform to no one. I don't care if you misnomer black or white. If you're not saying the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God to liberate me and myself and my people that look like me, that's been subjugated for all your life. We ain't got the same mission. We do not have the same mission. I can tell. I don't care how nobody feel about Kareem Hakeem Goodman Bey. I do not care. We don't have the same mission. Period. We do not. Because I'm a child of the Creator, and I'm a more. And if I wasn't a more, I wouldn't tell you that. But I'm not finna diss the biblical scriptures, because most of our brothers and sisters are idiots to what the hell I'm saying, and they'll give their science and their wisdom to the, no disrespect again, to the European or the Albion or the Tralodite. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not disrespecting anyone. I have the same degree that they have. I spoke like this in academia. My oral dissertation, I proved this. I pulled out all the old history scholars in first century that didn't even look like me. I tell y'all, Godfrey Higgins. Once I started talking about Godfrey Higgins, my professor was laughing. Once I broke down the New Testament, I said my whole oral dissertation was, I'm not European, I'm not Greek or nothing. I said, I'm a Moor. I said, I understand the Hebrew aspect of the Bible. And I had to be politically correct. He was like, give your plight. When I said, well, and I said, who was Jesus' brother? Simon. Well, he was a nigger and all this. And then I proved that the misnomer black man was the father of civilization proved by the Bible alone. I wasn't coming from no racist place or no hateful place. I was coming from scholarship. Why? Because I got a degree from Grand Canyon University in Christian history and Christian leadership and first century history and linguistics. That's why I tell people, look me up. That's why. When I tell you that the New Testament is written by the Pisso family, and when I was going live and I showed y'all the two big old books, they look like dictionaries. What was the title of the books, Nobles? What was the title of the books? And then tell me what the word mean. It was 2 big volumes. I went to school for the history of this. And so when I teach, just like y'all heard on my boy album, Genocide, that was a sermon. That was a sermon. That was me. I teach and preach. It electrify people. And when I be in there, I be animated. I said, I don't know what y'all thought y'all finna come here. What y'all thought y'all finna come here, me hack and polyparrot like the rest of this crap? No, I'm coming with fire and understanding. Yeah, the saving grace of the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit do all the teaching with me. You see? It do, I ain't physically alive, but spiritually dead. You got to be spiritually alive. So those big nobles, y'all know them 2 big books, pseudepigrapha. And so an academia, a scholar, when a person come with the cap, I say, dude, your wisdom is not just there on that level, not to belittle no one, but no one should be doing that when you know it's the higher level to this game. When you know it is. If you know that, I think we should have enough gratitude to give respect where respect is due and be students to what? That's like somebody sitting next to Dr. Ben trying to tell Dr. Ben something. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Knowing the work he put in, knowing the work I put in. Knowing the work I put in, I don't try to convert you to nothing. Knowing the work that I put in, I'm transparent with everything. What? I don't have no motive. I don't care if nobody don't like my fez. I don't care if nobody don't like my turban, my shemag, my kaifa, my talent. I don't care about how nobody feel about that. But when we talk about this history and this historicalness, I'm damn sure ain't giving the science to someone else. I'm going to show you who I am through history and through biblical history. Why? And I did it in academia. And if I'm able to do it in academia with pride and understanding, I have no problem to speak freely like this. Pseudepigrapha. Y'all know what pseudepigraphy is. I showed y'all, didn't it? Trying to give certain writings to people that ain't did nothing. And when people not academically astute to things, and or they will say, well, they don't agree in this. I know certain individuals don't agree. I know. That's why I broke it down in academia and said, I hear you, but let's do history. If scholars say they don't agree, well, who is plenty? Who is all these people that you can show in history that was real people? And boom, and wrote this literature and wrote poetry and wrote poems and blah, blah, blah. I broke it all down, put the pieces in the puzzle together. You can't say nothing. I got a standing ovation in my oral dissertation at Grand Canyon University. Yes, I did. Yes, sir. Yes, I did. Real talk. No cap. And I never used the King James Version of the Bible. Not one time. Not one time. Never used the King James Version. Never. Not one time. I got all my wisdom from Harvard, Oxford, and Cambridge. And Cornell. Once I met certain figures in those universities, I wrote them. And then they turned me on. They was like, young brother, bloom, bloom, bloom. And then I got introduced to this elder, and he introduced me to the Philosophical Research Society. And then I met these other people that was, couriers of these libraries and these other groups. And once that happened, it was over. It was over. And then they was like, you can get your own charter. You can do this like there's no reason. They was like, think about it. You just like all the brothers that you study. Why not follow in their footsteps and create your own charter? And that's what I've done. That's what I've done. And we just getting started. We just getting started. We just getting started. But the work that we done in a short amount of time, we done some amazing work. We saved a lot of lives. We put a lot of fizzes on brothers. We put a lot of turbans on brothers. We made a mark on the world. We get ready to have our 5th annual Moorish Ball. We have some good companies that's valid. MoorishHaberdasher.com, where you can get all your Moorish American regalia and much, much more. MyPDFBooks.com, that's books with a Z, where you can download ebooks, to your tablet or your phone and get them printed and binded at Office Max or Staples, or we'll print and bind them for you. We got another company called BindedBooks.com, where they print and bind expensive and rare books. We got our own web company, ALO Design Pros, by my noble Mufti Alonzo Wright Bay, where he do all the graphic designs, all that. We got our own tea company called Mayat Sun Teas, Herbs of Mayat, where we ship tea all over. Good tea. We got our own music. My noble Brian Higgs Bay, his album is called Transportation of Raw Materials, streaming on all platforms. My other Mufti on here, Malik Reed L, he's our personal trainer and our health and wellness. We work out every Saturday and Sunday together as a crew, every Saturday and Sunday. And we getting ready to jump right back into it once you recover on a little ailment. We're going to get back to it every day. We a whole cipher. And then on Friday, we have book club. Then on Friday, we have book club. We have business together. We have land. The BBT, we have 10 acres. A small group of brothers got 10 acres. These brothers always talk about what they want to do, but they ain't done nothing. And then I've been telling people I can show you how to get acres. I don't need to be attached to nothing, but my time is valuable and the workman is due is higher. That's what I tell people. Just like you would pay anybody else to do anything, I turn you on, I'm out your way. I done helped so many people get land. That's why I say Moors be following me. The first thing they be saying, I got to get a fez. They don't even have a fez. They'll go on Amazon or to the Masonic store and try to get a fez. And then when people ask them where you get your fez from, you got it from a sheik dead, you can't say yeah. Because if you say, yeah, I got it from a sheik, they'll say who? You'll say Sheikh Khari Goodman Bay, and they'll jump right on Instagram and ask me, do you know such and such, such and such, like what happened to one dude? I ain't going to embarrass you because he might be on here. And the dude was like, yeah, I got it from Sheikh Khari Goodman Bay. And the individual hit me up. I was like, I don't know. Who the hell you talking about? Point blank. I said, I'm just being honest. I ain't lying to nobody. No, I don't know you. If I don't know you, I don't know you. I don't know you. If I don't know you, I do not know you. Like somebody said that I trained them reading the tarot cards and the Orisha cards. I said, I don't never train. I ain't even trained my muftis with that. So I know you lying. But once again, I know how this go with my brothers and sisters. I know how this science go. And all I'm telling us, we cannot protect individuals no more. We cannot. That's all I'm saying. We have to stand strong because we've been standing strong for a long time, y'all. And we know we ain't letting people just stand next to us because they got fezes on. I'm not allowing it. I'm done. Like I said, I don't care about being on this no more. Like, I hope my brothers share it. And I shouldn't have to be sharing stuff on my page. My brother should be sharing it. Brother should be getting at least one person. I don't care. Brother should be having one person. It got to be somebody. It got to be somebody that be on my pages. That's why I be wanting my muftis on here. It be different people on here I don't even be knowing. They be saying hi. Do I know them? No. Because most of the people ain't hit me up or email. Because if they been to class and our information come on the bottom, don't nobody be hitting me up. One dude hit me up, asked me about a book. Matter of fact, let me see what the brother name is. Matter of fact, let me see. That's all I'm saying. I just be asking brothers, what's the purpose? That's all I'm asking brothers. And that's why I be wanting my muftis to be on here. To ask the brothers, y'all have every right. Shit, y'all my brothers. Hell, y'all my damn brothers. Y'all got every right to ask somebody. Let me see. Where the brother name at? Let me see. Okay, here it go right here. The brother named Mansa El Musa. Mansa El Musa. Mansa El Musa. And I don't know who the brother is personally, but I know the brother was on my page. And that's the brother name was Mansa El Musa. And that's what I be saying. I be like, what's up with brothers? I be like, well, what be up with these brothers? They don't say nothing. So if ain't so, all I'm saying, if ain't no brothers finna be responding to me, Noble Malik, I'm just gonna be blocking them because I have courtesy. Because I be saying if I come on anybody page, I would say, hi, I'm such and such, man. I've been following your sheik or whatever for this time, man. I love what y'all brothers doing. I would love to come to class. How can I be a part of it? This, that, and the other. Because that's the only reason why I would be here. Like y'all. We talk about like-minded people. So if none of these people are like-minded like you and I, we share with people. I'm not here to be no entertainer. I'm not no, what they call it, influencer in that level. Because if I did, I could have just been a character talking crazy. So if brothers not going to get with us and come to class and support the temple, that got all these Moorish names and this, I think we need to block them. And that's what I believe. And it's no disrespect. So with that being said, if don't nobody have nothing else, man, like I love y'all, man. I really do. I hope people will really support the temple and try to really see something happen. But if not, man, like I say, Noble Malik, we got to start blocking people. I really do. Because I've been doing this too long. I've been doing this too long, Brian. And it'd be the same group of people on my page and the Moors don't be saying nothing. And I'd be like, so where y'all study at? Everybody got these names, El, Bay, this. Everybody be asking a million questions. And then I ask them where they learning from. So they just jumping on my page, then they jumping on other people's page, getting all that stuff, then they coming back here. So what are we doing? This all I be asking, what are we doing? Because if it's nothing, we just need to block these people and let them go back. Like the prophet said, let them go back to where I, the prophet, found you. Because there ain't no reason for these people to be here. If they not going to respond to y'all, if they're not going to respond to the brothers, to my brothers, they damn sure ain't going to respond to me. Because can't nobody get to me without getting through my brothers. And that's what I be telling brothers. How you going to just get close to me and you ain't close to my brothers and we brothers? Like, that's stupid. And so please, Nobles, write these people name down so we can say, yeah, we hit them up. They don't want nothing. Or they were just here, they'd be like, oh, I'm just scrolling. And it's okay for people just to be scrolling. But I want people to scroll on if they're not here to assist with some things. Because if we always complain about things, I think we can stop complaining and be the change unit. I think we got to stop talking about everybody else and their power. Other individuals and groups, they do things for power. It's about power. There's nothing wrong with having power. That's why they say power to the people. They don't say Christian to the people or religion to the people. They say power to the people. Power, unity. Under what? Spirituality, history, culture, the ish, unity, map and guide. That's what this is about. It ain't about nothing else. Nobles, that's why I use this, man. People, that's why I use this internet. For all of us, we be needing this. We need to be taught like this. I love it, man. I'm telling you, I grew up around elders. I'm getting ready to be 48 in January. I grew around powerful men. That's why I'm telling brothers, like, I grew around powerful men. I'm getting ready to be 48. I grew up with my dad and my mom. And I grew up in the hood too. And I had two older brothers. I saw so much death in the hood. Not bragging about it. A lot of stuff I don't even share with my muftis. I got pictures of me when I was 15 with the older brothers. I don't glorify that stuff. I keep telling people I'm from Flint, Michigan. I seen it all. I lived it all. I know what this world is about. That's why I know it's power. Other nationalities get in this for power. They Messiah look like them. They not confused over nothing else. We are the only people that's confused. We are the only people that when we look in the mirror, we don't see ourselves. We see somebody else. Why? Because somebody else told us, and we've been given a false image of the Messiah. It was always death of the misnomer Black Messiah. It was always like that. Don't y'all know this? Don't we know this? It was always death of the Black Messiah. And then they want to get mad when a brother like myself educate himself from the cause that they say we got to deal with education wisdom. And now here it is, you dealing with a brother with education and wisdom, and I'm coming to bring something back to us, showing it resurrecting to something. And I ain't accepted by my own people. You don't know how pissed the fuck off I be? Excuse my candor. I'm dead serious. No disrespect. I went to a university, Grand Canyon University, all Europeans, Catholic, Protestants, everything. I'm lecturing, I'm teaching them. They like, man, I know you going back to raggedy Flint, Michigan. This is what they saying, that the water messed up and take over. I'm telling you. That's why I don't understand the psychosis of our people. I said, we that messed up? Are we that messed up? And I'm talking about our generation. Because we're supposed to be the teachers. We have no solidarity, man. Somebody talk to me. Am I making sense of what I'm saying? I be showing people who were these Europeans taught by. I showed y'all who Neville Goddard was taught by. Who? The Ethiopian rabbi, Abdullah. I showed y'all turbans was wore in the black churches. It signified the mystical Eve. It signified brothers, me, you, Brian, Malik, Maso, Alonzo. It signified us. We can't let nobody take our science and then try to play set tripping and gang banging and Crips and Bloods because they doing it for views. I'm not rocking with that. I don't rock like that. I don't rock with that side of this science. I ain't just no street rogue. I get it. I get that level, but I'm way past that. I'm way past that. We on God status. This revolution ain't finna be fought with no stupid gun. You got to be crazy. This revolution finna be fought with wisdom, power, and some money and understanding. And the Holy Spirit. That's what this revolution is going to be fought with. Need no damn guns. Guns what? You can't, please. We're talking about wisdom. We're talking about today. We're talking about today what we can do. Power. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. I know these words is sharp as a two-edged blade. Why? Because a young man told me. A young man said, Will Sheik, if you was here teaching, not only in the synagogues, outside at the parks, in the churches and everything, we'd come. And I said, but the people have to promulgate it. I say, the people have to put me on my people. I can't just be putting my suit on, going to the academic halls like, man, it's a whole different world. People like, why you don't record it? And I'll be like, why? I ain't in your house. I ain't gonna disrespect them to show people like, look, see, look where I'm at. I did that when I was in school. I used to show all my lectures at college. I used to be in a doctoral library. I used to rent the whole damn library, a big section. It used to be all students. I used to go to college every Wednesday. I used to tell my moves I'd be on campus. Then I'll run home from campus and talk to my people, the same stuff I was on campus sharing with them that I made good money for with the books and everything. I'll come back and do the same thing, sweating everything, share the same books with Moore's on here. Nobody gets shit. So nobody can say I'm on here to make no money. I just see the difference from us that say we the first teachers and we educated and we ain't introduced to the wisdom, and then with somebody that's introduced to the wisdom and have it and make it available for you for pennies of the dollars, we don't support. You know, most Europeans don't want to come, brother. I'm telling people what I know, man. I done this. Like, that's why I say Some worlds you don't mix. And like when people have to respect people plight. I respect people plight. Just like the red bird, I respect the red bird for going to their red bird shit. This is what I be trying to tell people. I respect all the Europeans that I met. I met all the Europeans that I met. They go to their red bird shit. They'll give you credit. They'll give you this, but they support their own. They support. They don't waste dollars. That's what I tell people. Like they support. They have their establishment. They have their own. That's why they were giving me the wisdom. Like, you have all the keys. We can give you this. We can teach you this. That's why I tell people that's worth more than $1. That's worth more than this. What? The blueprint, the map, the wisdom how to do it. That's worth more than gold. Give me the playbook. It might take a little time, but it ain't even took long. That's why I said this what I'm doing with my people here. It ain't been long. When I was in the ministry, it didn't take long because I'm already in something established. This what I've been telling. This what I be trying to tell my brothers and sisters. The red birds do the red bird stuff. The bluebird do the bluebird stuff. That ain't prejudice or nothing. That's just what they do. We have to do it. Who? All of us that say us Moors and we this. We have to do it. Our families, the people that we dealing with, we have to say the importance on this and why we need the support. And when we say we need all the support, yes. If we can't get the support from our immediate family, how can we convince other people? Because I got the support of my immediate family, my mom, my dad. Even if I was a mufti of this, I'd be having the support. And my lady. Now I got to spill off to other people, which I'm working on now in my city of Flint. You know, that's what I do every day. I minister. I'm out. I'm getting more cars printed. I gave away about 400 cars since I've been here. Then my class reunion Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm getting ready to give more. So I'm always promoting and trying. But what I'm saying is us, we, as a people, we got to be confident enough in our stuff where we don't need no other representatives of who we are. We don't need no other people to help us until we helping ourselves. Why? Because we can. That's what we have to show. And when individuals or establishments or whatever we saying see us helping ourselves, see us doing this, it won't be like, oh, they really helping us. It'll be an asset. Why? Because they will see it. And that's what I'm trying to get us at that level to where we can do what? Even more. When we understand this, when we're advocates for what we're doing. How? When we promote it. Just like if Malik was running for a political office, shit, we'll be advocates. I'm out passing out literature. I'm promoting, I'm sharing it with my friends. That's what I'm doing. I'm promoting what I believe in consistently, not preaching or not trying to convert no one, but that's who I am. That's my life. So when I'm dealing with this in that platform and people jump on here, I'm like, hey man, how you doing? What's up, man? You go to a temple? Oh no, well, what got you here? You know, oh, blah, blah, blah. Are you willing to come to Sunday school? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, well, boom, 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 be my guest. All those type of things. And then if a person is not willing after we invite them 2 or 3 times and they on the page, now we know the angle. Now we know, well, hey, it ain't really too much or nothing. Why? Because we are approachable people. We want to get to know our people. We want to be able to say hi, like Malik, to each individual. We know each individual on here. And this is what I'm telling people. We know each individual on here. We're getting ready to have our 5th annual Moorish Ball. We know brothers and sisters and all our brothers and sisters in different states, and we build stuff together. That's what this is about. And so we building a real community. And so I'll be wanting to show people what's real, because we can talk about a lot of fake stuff, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to give our positive energy to that, you know, but I think we know. And we can't let the bad bunch or the rotten apples mess up something that's good, because you can look at my record of what we've been doing. You can see that we've been solid for a long time. You can see this. You can see what we promulgate is wisdom and understanding. You can see this. We don't promulgate no dogma religion. We don't do that. So I hope everybody had a good night. I know I did, but I just wanted to talk to everybody and say peace and love. And brothers that jump on our page, please say something. You know, please say hi. But if you don't, like I say, that's even good too. But we really, really want you to, you know, join us, man. Say something. If you were adult, don't be a bump on the log just sitting here and don't say nothing. You know, we really want to connect with these with brothers and Moors. We need it. So with that being said, like I'm sure nobody don't have nothing to say. Oh, who is this? See, this is somebody else about Lorenzo's peace. This what I be asking my brothers and sisters, man. Like people that come on my page, I'll be like, you know, do we want to be a part of the community or do we want to learn or because I'm really not going to be teaching nothing on my personal page. I really want to convert everybody to our Temple and School YouTube channel and come to class Saturday and Sunday. Through the week, you know, I talk to people on here just how I feel as my personal page, you know, talk about current events and just ask people, you know, why we have a problem with supporting, why we have a problem with, you know, giving a couple dollars to something that's real. And do people understand what I'm saying or do they have an issue with what I'm saying? Because if we understand what I'm saying and if we understand the idea of building something, then I think we understand the value of a dollar and it do take some financial obligation to do things. And then when I talk about tax exempt status, I don't think brothers and sisters be listening. I just ask brothers and sisters, what are they here for on my page? And I ask people with love. I ask people this with love. Everybody that come on my page, I say, can you please, and I give you respect, brother, about Wilson, Reyes, because all I be asking brothers and sisters, I get so many people that come on my page that's not my muftis, you know, or my nobles, which is fine. But when adults come on my page, I just ask brothers and sisters, you know, a lot of people have Bay and L and all these titles behind their name and Grand Poobah and all these magnanimous titles a lot of individuals would give themselves. And then I ask brothers, well, is it a temple in your area or this or that or like what's the purpose of here or are you here just for entertainment or what is it? Because I don't want nobody to be here just for entertainment. I want people to be here to learn because if people research me and just do a Google search, Sheikh Khari Goodman Bey or Minister Khari Goodman Bey, you will see the years of me doing this work for years. I have tapes and CDs of me ministering in the churches and everywhere in my city of Flint. So when I speak of things, I speak from a historical aspect and academia. And so I've built a brotherhood. We have a real charter. And so I'm here as a teacher and mapping a guy. I know who I am. And I ask brothers and sisters, what are we here for? I've had my own temple and school under my own dollars in Arizona. I'm not from Arizona. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I moved to Arizona for my own reasons when my brother was murdered. And, you know, I rented a whole charter school for a minute. Then I rented a building in Arizona on my own dime. People can pull this stuff up, me and my family. I helped a lot of people when I moved to Arizona because I met people. I did a lot of charity work, so I know how to get things done, you know? You know? And so I don't be here for that. The only thing I be trying to tell my brothers and sisters, like, it got to be a purpose for what we doing. Because I choose to do this with love. I know it. Like, it's easy to be a criminal. When people be saying it like, man, I'm getting ready to be 48. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I done seen it all. I done worked so many jobs. I know how to be a fool. And I'm only saying this from wisdom. I know how to be a fool because I know how foolish the average man is. I know how easy people are, especially in the science, to be tricked and be had and get the Jedi mind trick put on individuals. So people that dealing with me, for number one, they should feel okay because I ain't saying nothing or did nothing that'll get nobody in trouble. Nobody can say this. It ain't nobody you can look up and do and be like, oh yeah, man, yep. Be like when I say, yeah, I got a bachelor degree in business management with a minor in marketing and sales and nonprofit business startup from Clear University. You, yep. I got a dual master's degree from Grand Canyon University in first century history, religion, linguistics, Christian leadership. I spoke like this in academia. I haven't changed nothing. And I was a minister in the churches in the city of Flint. I spoke just like this. I spoke the truth. I've been to Thumb correctional facilities and ministered. I ask brothers to support what we're doing. I really do, and share with other like-mindeds, because we can't be the only one. We cannot, you telling me it ain't nobody we know that's into the science like we are, that we can bring, or are we just bottling this up in a bowl saying, well, we hope something just happened? It ain't gonna happen if brothers don't support it and spread it. If everybody be like, man, you should have been viral. Well, help me go viral, damn it. Share it all on your page. I don't be seeing nobody sharing it on nobody's page. Share, be like, man, hey, man, this is what we should be, and share with our people. Be like, man, this brother building something. Show our companies and all this. We got real companies. Buy my books. I wrote 15 books. 15 books about the science and the wisdom that'll be like, man, yes, this makes sense. Gathered, compiled, and divinely prepared. I got all my books that I've written in my bag right now. Right now, I got my bag. I just left selling books. Watch this. Hold on. This is the thing what I be saying right here about the difference from when I be dealing with college people and people I just see in passing that be seeing me on YouTube and in real life. It's one of the books I've gathered and compiled and divinely prepared. Divine Pattern of the Mosaic Tabernacle and our Moorish Salat. That's one. Clear a lot of stuff up. This is my second book. Moorish American Light of Ali, the Moorish Adapt Study Guide, the House of Ali, Mysticism, the Egyptian Adapt Prophet and Angel. This is the second book I gathered, compiled, and divinely prepared. Vegan Treats, a book I put, you can do nice little vegan treats if you want to cook. Interpretation of the Divine Creed of Moorish Islam. Clear up everything, real simple manual. I took all the science, everything, made little small manuals for the brothers that don't have the comprehension or the aptitude to read a lot. I put it all in a small manual. It ain't nothing but like 20-some pages. Very simple. 14 famous Asiatic scientists in history. 14 famous Asiatic scientists in history. It's people in here, I guarantee you, that you didn't know. I guarantee you. I bet anybody, $5. I ain't got no whole bunch of money. $5 that it's people in here that you ain't know. I guarantee you. Esoteric Science of the Moorish Fez. Esoteric Science of the Moorish Fez. I break down the wisdom of your fez. Healthy Eating and Living. I got a book with a lot of different workouts and different smoothies and stuff that I make, that I work out. You Are What You Eat. My little cookbook. Euro and Negrocentric propaganda. Scholars who debunked Eurocentric and Negrocentric propaganda. Got Ivan Van Sertima and them all in here. Got Dr. Anthony Martin. All in here. You probably ain't know who it was. Your kids probably ain't know who it was. Here go my other book, Sufism and the Triple Role of the Adapt Chamber. You know, all gathered, compiled, and divinely prepared. All those books. That's why I said Moorish can just support. Every Moorish should have my books. You can get them as ebooks on your tablet. You can have them right there. Go to Office Max. Have them printed and bind them. Here go the book right here. Look this up on Amazon. See how much Russian icons cost. Look this up on Amazon. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this before we end, because we ending right now. Just to show y'all when I be saying our people are lost due to a lack of knowledge. I don't know what you mean, do I have anything on salvation? Everything I have is on salvation. So I don't be knowing some questions people be asking me. Do I have anything on salvation? I don't get that question, with all due respect. What do you mean? Everything that I have is on salvation. So I'm lost, with all due respect. I'm lost. Everything I have is on salvation. Good. You see, the book went down. That's good. Because they used to be thousands of dollars. It went down. But this is only, now it's only 100. It's only 184 right now. It was stacks. So I'm glad that book went down. I'm glad this book went down, because it was stacks. It was stacks. Criminalizing their race history. Free blacks during slavery. But the book gonna go right back up to thousands of dollars. How I know? Because I know how this works. Ask any of the people that deal with me. They be like, the man, no, because I already know how this go. My professor said my library is more extensive than any universities. Than any universities. Yeah. That's why when people be asking certain things, I'll be like, well, I don't get it, because everything that we teach is on salvation. Everything, resurrection is salvation. The Holy Spirit is salvation. So that's when I be telling people, I be like, I don't really get it. And to me, it'd be like, is a person asking me a trick question? Not you, but I'm saying, do we have anything on salvation? I think that's the trick question. Not saying that it's a trick question to you, but to me, it is. Because everything I speak on is on salvation. Everything. The Forgotten Cause of the Civil War. Look how much this book is on Amazon. Look how much this book is on Amazon. 1,000, what's that say? $1,042. $1,042. Here you go, right here. Why the book costs that much? There's something in there. There's something in that book. I have them all. I converted them all to PDF. I have all the original books. But why they cost that much? Ask yourself. You should know. Look how much this book costs. Look how much this book costs. $2,499. $2,499. It's called Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. Here it is right here. The book costs $2,499. I got all the original books. I just converted them to PDFs for all my muftis can have them. $2,499. What's in the book? It's a lot of wisdom in that book. That's why it costs that much. It's a lot of wisdom. See this book right here, Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov, $1,199. Now, somebody, when I was lecturing, somebody tried to be cheap. Watch, let me tell you how Negroes are. And they got played. And I ain't say nothing because I knew what they were saying. They was like, oh, I can if somebody said, well, I can just buy the paperback for $185. I said, yeah, you can, go ahead. So why? Listen to this. So then they bought the paperback, no pictures, because they want to be cheap. Here it is right here. See? So yeah, Malik, that's what I told you. You see, you get no response. I know that. Yeah. So it's okay. We can block whoever we need to, and let's keep going. And as we continue to go private, I'm gonna show you all the difference of something that I'm working on right now. And I'm like I said, I'm doing a test. I'm gonna show you. You know, you know. But this what I be telling people. Our people ain't interested. But I have thanks for all the gratitude. But I'm past that because my gratitude was me graduating from academia, proving what I'm saying. So a lot of that stuff is meaningless to me. I'm ready for the next level of the game. I'm ready for the next level. So I use the internet to bring people together. So if brothers don't want to come together and respond to my brothers and stuff and see what we have in common, if we don't have nothing in common, then I understand that. But I don't want nobody to be here wasting their time with me. And I feel us all adults, we should be able to say that and respect that with each other. I'm looking for people to support something that's real, for people can see what we can build in real life. I use this for that. I need people to support, and if people not into that, it's okay. You know. So I give people credit, and I'll be thanking people for the kind words. I really do. I thank everybody for the kind words. But if we ain't willing to go to the next level, man, like that's all I'm saying, brothers and sisters. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying to people. Because can't nobody tell me what I'm giving you is some made up stuff, or you don't. This is not no years of academic work, and it's only popular to a certain group. And I ain't. And when I say no disrespect, black, Mexican, or anything, people have to connect with my brothers. Like it's easy on here. My brother's been asking you a question so many times about Williams Reyes. My noble Malik asked you a couple questions. That's how we get there. We come to class. We learn. My brothers is on here. My muftis is on here. That's why I tell brothers we have structure. That's why we've been trying to tell you. My brother's been asking you questions like, brother, what's up? Like connect. We can get together. We can talk. We can. What's the purpose? Like what we're here for? Because I don't have a quick answer for no one. That's what I be telling people. That ain't how this works. I don't have no magic wand. This is what I be telling people. My muftis to show you because we are working in our progress. That's why I be telling people. People be thinking, oh, I got to get this, and then I'm going to be. No, it ain't none of that. That's not the type of science we under. That's not the science I teach. This is Tasawwuf. This is mapping God. This is Tasawwuf. This is Sufism. The type of Islam I teach is mapping God. It's nothing outside ourselves. This is a discipline. So it's a certain structure that I'm under. Why? Because I'm with my brothers. That it's a certain structure. This is why I be trying to tell my brothers. I'm down with order. I'm a real Boy Scout. I wanted to go to West Point when I was a kid. I'm under structure. I'm under structure. So when I deal with things, it's a structure. So when people be dealing with me and I be like, yeah, that's great. But I be like, well, I got brothers. And they be like, what you mean? I said, come on, you know what I mean? We the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple in school. When people be looking, when they look it up, you got to see what the pictures of us, who it is, me and my brothers. So people got to understand the structure that I'm under. It's a certain structure and discipline. Just like if you want to be a part of a person that just can't say, man, saying she, well, how do I get it? I'm going to say, well, shit, here go my muftis. Shit, ask them. That's what I be saying. Like my muftis here. That's like, ask them. My brother's here. I'm no greater than them. This is what I be telling people. They be here, and I be like, well, my brothers is answering everything. Like we a brotherhood. That's why I keep telling people we a brotherhood. People don't be getting it. Moors don't be getting it. I say, what do people want? That's why we lost, because we don't have no structure. That's why I be telling us. We have no structure, and it's no disrespect to no one. That's just a fact, man. No disrespect. And I love everybody. You know, we have no structure, you know, and everybody want the answer. And when people be dealing with me and I say, I love everybody, but everybody want the answer. Well, how? Well, how do we get this? And I tell people like, all you gonna get from me is wisdom, because it ain't no answer. It's just like if a person say, well, man, they'll say, man, Malik, you in shape. Well, how do I get it? How do I look like that? And I want to look like that tomorrow. Malik, I'm like, it's not gonna happen. Because a lot of people be excited. They don't even make it long. This is what we know. Because most people, like Malik said, is looking for something specific. What? Some microwave. They'll tell you what they're looking for. They'll tell you. And that's what I say. That's why most men don't get it. And this movement is stuck where it's at. And that's why I created the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School, because we're not the Moorish Science Temple of America. You're not dealing with no rhetoric with me. No, we're not even playing that game. We ain't playing a whole bunch of dumb stuff. This is a temple and school, and a school of brothers that know who they are. And so we cast our net out once again as I close. If brothers don't want to deal with us and support our temple and school, please say that, so we can know how to deal with the certain individuals. Because we look at everybody as brothers and sisters, and we look at everybody that's supporters, and we want y'all help. We really do. And I tell brothers and sisters, hold me accountable. Share this with people, because it might not be you, but it might be somebody that's been looking for this, and they ask you, damn, bro, why you ain't been sharing this with me? And then what we say, they might be looking for something. So share this. Share this with brothers and sisters. And for real, with me, it's not just about no money. I don't want nobody never to feel like that. But it is about money. It is, because you know and I know it takes money to do anything. But when you're doing things the right way, I can show us how the money that we give Uncle Sam, we can donate it to our religious and charitable contribution of our choice. And I give our brothers and sisters a taxes and receipt. And we don't miss a beat in life. And we can control our own destiny just by that little tittle. And as you learn more, then you can see, oh, I need to be doing much, much more. Then you will understand, because you will be able to be educated on some things. You will be able to be educated all the way on some things, to have that clear understanding without a shadow of a doubt. This is why I should be doing this, and why are we doing it, and say, oh, I see what this brother's doing. We can do this, how? With the money we giving Uncle Sam willingly. And we don't miss a beat. We need to be telling all our friends, everybody that's in a high tax bracket, and everybody that don't have no tax deductions, this is what we should be doing. How? Because this is how the Sopranos did it with their Jewish churches. This is how all the mega churches do it. Your taxes in for the federal government, religious, charitable, scientific. I teach this, and all my brothers is ministers. All locally they ministers. So they take advantage of everything. Why? Because we a brotherhood and a sisterhood. That's why all my brothers, when they connected to it, we a brotherhood of a religious organization. Then we a religious community. Then we a religious community like the Amish. Do the Amish and the Mormon participate with anything of the government? No, they don't have to. Why? Because the religious laws trump everything. And with that, I say peace, light, and illumination. And if you don't know that, it ain't nothing I can do for you. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for y'all 2 hours. I love y'all, Malik. I love y'all, Maso, Brian, Alonzo, Dantes, Drayshawn, all the rest of the people here. Noble, Lamarck, I know he out somewhere probably with Bailey doing his thing. Everybody that's here, all the world, I come in peace and honor, but I need y'all help. And I ain't nothing without y'all. I need y'all help. I really do. To build this temple, to show in all the midst of the bullcrap, something that can be real, something that a person don't have to change his perspective or bow down to nobody. It's no reason. We can stand strong. Don't y'all know they always try to say they trying to humble misnomer black people like they did Deion's son, the NFL? That's collusion. They know they ain't right. Trying to always show the misnomer black man, you gotta humble him. Well, we ain't gotta be humble if we know we educated. You walk with your head up straight. And I don't believe in that humble stuff. That's crap. Look up the word humble and nice. It ain't none of that. And see, and that's what I tell us. And when we sure and when we have power, that's what we need, man. And I need all y'all help. I really do, man. I need all y'all help to support with y'all time, with y'all effort. And just, if you don't have anything else, just your time. Your time means so much. Just spreading this message, just spreading it with people is more than any dollar can match. Believe me. But if you do have the dollar, it's much obliged because we're going to use it to do so much. And when you donate something to us, we're going to give you something. I'm going to give you so much because I give honor when people take a little bit of their money and donate it to the BBT because you can do whatever the hell you want with your paper. And I understand that. But understand that righteous men, we should be doing something righteous with our paper. I love y'all, man. Thank you. Peace.